The first two websites I ever bought were from Flippa. The second site made me $15,000 within 3 months. Although the second site was a huge hit and I made a lot of money, the first website I bought wasn't the great investment at all. I mean, I made money. It wasn't a horror story, but there were some things I should have checked before buying it that I didn't even know about. So flipping websites can be hit and miss. And this is why so many people buy cheap websites, because if they miss, then it's not a big loss. But I don't want that for you. So in this video, I'm gonna show you how to make huge hits instead of multiple misses. And stay tuned, because I'm also gonna share with you a story of how I saved a client of mine from dropping his life savings on a lemon, and how you can avoid the same mistake too. The first thing we need to do is we need to jump on Flippa and start looking at websites to buy. So here we are on Flippa, on the Flippa marketplace. And I want to show you how to actually pick a good website business. For this exercise, we're going to look at a business that is a content website, a blog website, in the price of, $10,000 to $30,000. So how we do that is we scroll on down, we click on content and advertising. And what that's going to do is it's going to show us a bunch of content websites, but not particularly in the price range that we may be able to afford, $300,000, $400,000. So we're going to scroll down to a little button that says see more here, and we'll click on see more. And this is going to allow us to filter out some of the websites that we don't want to be looking at. So I want to show you how to pick a good website. So we want content websites, so that's good. This is the filter section. So we'll keep scrolling down, and here we can choose the price range of the business that we want to purchase. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put $10,000 in to $30,000. Well, that's $100,000.03, I think it was. Let's try $30,000 here. And also, what I don't like to see when I'm looking at buying websites is websites that are under the 6-month or even year mark range, because the less established they are, usually the higher the risk in those types of businesses. So what I like to do is I like to put the age up on that, so at least 1 year. And I don't like to buy businesses that are lesser than a 1 year multiple. How the multiple is calculated is, you see over here, this is multiple of 3.2 times. That's 3.2 times the annual net profit. So it'll be 3.2 times that amount. And the same with this, 2.5 times that amount is what the asking price of the website will be. So I don't like to buy businesses that are less than a 1 times multiple, even sometimes less than a 2 times multiple. And the reason being is because the lower the multiple, usually more risks are involved with that type of business, which is why it's selling for a lot cheaper. So I like to, let's just, for this sake, we won't go crazy, but we won't have anything under the 1.5 multiple. And then Flippa's automatically gonna review that filter data, and it's going to show us the types of businesses that we want to look at. So this really cuts down the time frame that we have to spend sifting through multiple deals on Flippa. Now let me show you, let's look at 2 different types of websites here on Flippa, and then I'll show you some risks involved with them and opportunities involved with those 2 types of businesses. So we'll scroll through. Here's one monetized by AdSense, so it's making money from ads. It's a year old, and its monthly net profit, so PMOO is per month, is $340. PSD Box online course blog, 3.5 multiple. I like the look of this one, so what we'll do is we'll click on the listing and we'll have a quick little squiz at that one. Then we'll keep scrolling down and look at other ones that we may like. This is Amazon, so affiliate, it's making money through affiliate links associated with Amazon. This one is AdSense. Amazon again, ClickBank, which can be similar to Amazon, but it's a bank of affiliate products that you can link to. Keep scrolling down. I'm looking at the monetization method here, which is what I do, and then look at the years and the net profit and then the multiple and the asking price. So let's look at Recliner's Guide, because this is a home and garden. I like that niche. It's 2.5 multiple, 3 years old, so we'll look at that one. So let's look at these 2 different types of businesses and the risks involved with them. First is PSD Box online course. When I'm looking at risk, the first thing I look for is the traffic risks and the income risks. Here, this is the traffic, and the traffic, you can see from December 2020 to October 2021 is just declining. Now they haven't got updated data because I'm recording this well past October 2021. Now I'm looking here for other risks. 2 YouTube channels with 300 subscribers. The risk that I'm seeing is like, am I going to be able to record those videos myself, and how much time would that take, or how much would that actually cost? Email list, 14,000 email subscribers. Okay, risk that could be with this is that they may have 14,000 subscribers, but how many of them are active subscribers and would actually open up an email if you sent an email to them? That's something to be very wary of when you're looking at buying a website business for sale, because sometimes people say they got all these figures and numbers, but it's not valuable subscribers, because what's the point in having a big email list when nobody wants to be on that list or open the emails? It's not going to make you any money. Okay, so I won't scroll through and look at the, I won't read the text there, since you don't want to be watching me read through text. Let's look at the income. So the income has gone up over time. If you draw a line from basically here to here, the income's gone up over time. It did go down. So I'd be asking, is this business seasonal? Because it went up in December, came up in October, it's gone back down in November. Maybe that's just reporting data, but when recording this well past November in 2021 as well. So I'd be getting real proof of the financials there. And I'd also be considering, why is the traffic trending down? So you want to get access to the Google Analytics to check that out. But what I do like here is the bounce rate is pretty low. Normally a high bounce rate is like 90% or more, and then average session duration is like 1:23. Okay, that's pretty decent, I think, in my opinion, but the traffic is trending down, so I'd be asking, why is that the case? So there's some of the risks that I find associated with this business. Now, let's look at the business quickly. So the website is very clean, looks very good, it's attractive. They've got lifetime offer 70% off, and I think the website is pretty clean, looks pretty good. I'm not going to scroll through it because that'll just take up too much of our time. So let's go back to the main listing and look at the opportunities that are within the PSD box listing. The good thing is it's 11 years old. That's awesome. 3.5x multiple. I like paying for a higher multiple. Obviously you want to get the price cheaper as cheap as possible for yourself, but when they're listing at 3.5, they know the business is valuable. So the opportunities with this one is working out why the traffic's trending down and see if you can reverse that if you were to become the new owner of the site. And the traffic may be trending down because they've stopped working on producing content for it. So it's got multiple subscriptions. I don't do no content has been published. It's pure passive income as I was working on another company. That's probably why the traffic has been trending down. So that's an opportunity to reverse this website. It's only because they're embarking on a new project. So that's an opportunity in there. Another opportunity is working out how many email subscribers are actually active and working out what sort of email marketing campaign you could put towards that to make more sales. I'd also be checking out the YouTube channels. They got 300 plus subscribers but no content put in there. You could even do some remarketing ads to those YouTube viewers or the subscribers, which is a high, will usually be a very targeted audience. And then from the 300 plus online tutorials and courses, I'd work out the top courses, the top 1 to 2 courses, and then start focusing on selling more of those because then you're going to focus on what's working really, really well as opposed to everything. So they're the opportunities that I see within that business. So now let's go away and have a look at the recliner business. Let's look at the risks within the recliner business. So it's 3 years old. I like that. The traffic has been slowly trending down as well. And also the revenue has been slowly trending down as well. So there's some risk there. We want to be asking, why has the traffic been trending down? But what I do like is the bounce rate, and the time on page is pretty decent. Here the traffic is steadily trending down. Another risk that I see is they haven't really added the expenses, the real costs. Maybe they're just saying hosting here, but hosting does cost more than $1 per month, especially if you want your a fast website, which you do for user experience. So they have AdSense on it and Ezoic, which is where they make their ad revenue. Buyers clicks on ads for anything. So they haven't given that much information about the business. I'd be asking if they've got an email list, and it says it's the Amazon affiliate content site, and they earn commissions from affiliates. I'll be selling to the highest bidder, need money urgently. Okay, so this is like a fire sale type business. I don't know if they're going to get the price that they want, since the traffic is trending down and so is the income. But here, it's interesting that they say there's an Amazon affiliate account or affiliate site, and how they actually earn money is through AdSense and Ezoic. Recliners are higher value expenses, items that are nearly every day. That one item sells nearly every day on Amazon. Okay, so they do make, I'd be looking at the split between how much is affiliate commissions and how much is AdSense. Amazon reduced the commission fee from 8% to 3% on April 2020. A lot of people in our industry know that, and it changes its policy every 3 years. So if they change it back to 8%, you will see a significant 62% increase in income. Amazon are not going to do that. I'll tell you that much. They're not going to increase it. AdSense pays you on clicks. I'll be working out what the split is of Amazon income versus the income from ads. I'd also be looking at the risks that are within this site. And this is getting pretty detailed. The risk that may be within this site is that a lot of the links may be old links and not referring or pointing to recliners or chairs that are still sellable or in stock on Amazon. So you can use a tool like sitebuddy.io for that, but I'd be looking at that as a risk as well. Now in a second, I'm going to show you how to find the growth opportunities and how to make a growth plan for a business like the recliner business. But first, let me ask you, what type of online business are you looking at buying? I'd love you to let me know in the comments so I can create more videos around that type of online business to help you buy it and to help you grow that type of business. So for Recliners Guide, now let's look at a growth plan on how you could grow a business like this if you were to purchase it. First thing that I would do is I'd work out what is the top piece of content that's getting the most traffic, and I would create supporting articles around that top piece of content to get more traffic to that main pillar piece of content, and for that other content from the main pillar piece of content to flow and trickle down into the supporting articles that I've created. What we want to do when we grow any business is focus on what's working more so and just ditch what's not working so well. So focus on the good content that's working really, really well and create more content around that and provide better content and better value to help people's purchasing decision towards buying the right recliner for them even easier and even better. So that's what I would be doing. I'd also be looking at the user experience of the website and making sure it has a great user experience. I'd make sure the website has some good EAT, so expertise, authority, and trust, to build up its authority and its SEO profile. And then what I'd be doing is just that content creation, do some link building, keeping a good user experience, and then I'd implement email by giving them say a recliner chair guide to get email opt-ins, and then you can do email remarketing for your own products or sending people back to your site. But I'd build a community around this type of website business, and that's what I'd be doing for the growth plan for this type of business. I'm going to tell you an important yet scary story in a second, but first I want to thank our video sponsor, Niche Website Builders, who many of my clients use to create done-for-you content for their websites. I've helped many people buy websites and use Niche Website Builders to create their content for them, all the way from the keyword research to publishing their content on the site for them, so they can grow their site and then flip it. So check out Niche Website Builders at nichewebsite.builders/BOB/. There'll be a link in the description too, where you can get exclusive deals for Niche Website Builders. But before you rush off and buy one of these websites and implement a growth plan and a growth strategy like this, you must do your due diligence first. And I'm going to tell you a story as to why this is so critical. Now for a second, just imagine your life savings gone because of just one bad decision. That's how close one of my clients came to losing a big chunk of change. He came to me with a business that had so much opportunity, and I don't doubt that it did. But what scared me the most was that the amount of risk that was involved with this business. It was a content website that made money through advertising, and on the outside, it looked like a simple business. With a deep dive, I could see that the website had more than 95% of its traffic coming from one single source. And the owner was paying a PBN, a private blog network, to keep linking to that website. And there weren't really many good keywords ranked, and most of the backlinks were spammy or non-valuable backlinks as well. So the scary thing is that what I saw and what he saw were completely different things. He saw a site that needed some new content to get ranked a little higher, clean up its SEO profile, and life would be good. Whilst that's true, he was facing an uphill battle. It would take him well over a year to remove the risk of relying on just one single traffic source, which scares me alone, but it would also take him longer to build a good SEO profile, and in fact, it would have been easier to start a new site from scratch because of how fast this site was going downhill. What he thought he was going to do was going to go away and buy a wonderful opportunity. But what he would have done is he really would have bought a falling knife. And this happens to so many people when they go to buy a website, because those who invest in anything are opportunity hunters after all, right? And being an opportunity hunter is good, but most people only see the possibilities and are just oblivious to the real risks by having the blinkers on. So as an investor, you need to be able to identify risks within opportunities. And those who don't know how to conduct due diligence properly or know the difference between an opportunity and buying a lemon, these are the people that go away and get stuck and left behind and end up buying a bad website business. So what I want you to do is I want you to scroll below down to the bottom of the video, and in the description there's going to be my due diligence framework, a link that you can go away and you can download my personal due diligence framework that I use and all of my clients use to buy website businesses, that takes the guesswork out of doing due diligence. As you can see, this is my due diligence framework, and this asks a set of questions about the website business that allows you to get the data that you need to be able to make an informed decision to purchase the business or not. It's going to give you the educated decision with confidence to whether you should buy this business or not based on the data that you've gotten. As you can see, that tells you where to get the data, and you can also click on the links as well to go away and find that data. So it's a very good resource to use to buy a website business. Now, once you've bought your website and you got your good growth plan put in place, it's time to eventually work out when you're going to sell the business. So my tip is sell the business when the site is growing. If your intention is to flip this business and make a bunch of money, don't try and pick the top of where the business is going to hit the top of its growth curve. Sell after you've gotten consistent income from the last 3 to 6 months, or maybe even a little bit more. So I'd say once you've got 3 to 6 months of consistent income and higher monthly net profits, then list the business for sale back on Flippa, and you'll be able to get a higher sale price, maybe even a higher multiple if you de-risk the business when you sell it. So that's my suggestion. Maybe you wait 12 months. Obviously, the longer you wait and the more growth you get out of the business, the better. But don't try and pick the top with the business. Sell it whilst it's still growing, and that's a really important thing to understand. Otherwise, it's really hard to sell a failing business, right? Obviously, it's up to you what you do. You can sell the site whenever you want, right? But I believe having proof and multiple months of proof that the business is growing is a great way to go, because it makes it so much easier to sell the business. If you've gotten something from this video and you like this video, please smash the like button. I'm really glad you've liking the video up until now. Now, I also want to ask you again, please let me know in the comment section below, what type of website business are you looking at purchasing? The reason I want to know this is so I can create more videos around that type of website business, on how to find it, how to do due diligence on it, how to buy it, and then how to grow that type of website business. So please let me know in the comments, what type of website business are you looking at buying? What's up, it's Jared Krause here, and if you watch this video up until now, please smash the like button. I'm glad you're liking the video. Also, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you're doing really well. I also want to ask, please consider subscribing, because my commitment and exploration on YouTube is about to explode. Talking stories, polls, more amazing content, more surprise and delight, and this is a time to subscribe. So I hope you consider it, and I hope to see you on the next video.
Hey YouTube watcher, if you thought that video was good, you should check out this video here on the 2 best types of websites beginners should buy. Or check out my playlist on how I made my first 100K from buying websites and how to do due diligence. Check it out, it's an awesome playlist. You'll enjoy it.